I mean, this is kind of the backdrop to Morgan Stanley's latest call that we're going to see the 65 cents in 2019. Do you see this scenario where we've got what Goldman says 5 hikes for the Fed between now and the end of next year? The RBA is kind of just going to sit on its hands for a bit and you get that differential fading away.
I'm on board with Goldman's. I think that we get the one in December and then we get 4 next year, as well as the taper of the balance sheet. So that puts upward pressure on both ends of the US curve. And then the RBA, those minutes were really dovish. It was quite a surprise actually, because Governor Lowe's statement wasn't that dovish, and neither was the statement on monetary policy, but they read really dovish. So it really reinforces that the Aussie-US 2-year bond spread's going to go negative, and until that turns around, the Aussie remains under pressure. So Morgan Stanley could be right.
You know what's interesting though? I thought some of the factors that, you know, the kind of head scratching of, is it technology, is it globalisation? Well, these are also potential reasons why we're not seeing inflation elsewhere in the US.
Absolutely right. Yeah, that's exactly right. What we've got at the moment, I think if you think of the world in sort of a GDP-weighted unemployment, you can see why the Phillips curve hasn't really, you know, reasserted itself, and so we're not seeing wages inflation. Then you put technology on top and the Amazonization of everything. It's really hard to see inflation kicking back really soon, but I think the increase in oil prices, if that remains sticky, which I think it will in 2018, could change that outlook.
Call on the Aussie dollar though.
On the Aussie dollar, I think it goes lower, I'm sure.
To 265?
It's 73.5 first, and then I'll have a look. But they've got a long time frame, 2019. So if the RBA has to cut because the consumer looks like it's under intense pressure, that retail sector is under pressure, then certainly we're heading to the low 70s and probably under 70 cents.
Is the property market under control enough for them to cut or even hold?
No, I don't think so. I think hold definitely. What we heard from Wayne Byers, the head of APRA this morning, was still concern about high debt levels in Australia, still concerned that a lot of people might have fudged their numbers when they got home loans, and so it's pretty clear to me that there's no chance that the RBA is going to cut to reinvigorate that market.